Guys, Guildmaster back with Heavy Metal Wargaming with Tim the Enchanter. What's up, buddy?
Hey, not much, you know. Just came out after work and
nice. I've been taking a break from the house doing stuff today. I had Dark's appointment today, so I was like, you know what, we're gonna do house stuff today, or some Armada. And if you guys notice, we have the new overhead rig. We're gonna see how it works. It's the first time it's already recording, seeing how it works today. And then we have to try to figure out how to incorporate that in the videos. So it's up there now. It's the first run of it, guys. We'll see how it works. It's not quite centered, but it's pretty damn close. So we'll see how it goes. I am player one, you're player two.
Yep, for once.
We're using your mission, which is fighter ambush.
Superior positions is what
superior positions, that's it. So anyone who knows that is, if a ship or squadron does damage to my backhaul zone, it's a victory token.
Yeah, and you deploy first.
Yes.
Everything first. That's the big part.
Yep, and I have no squadrons. I wouldn't have a Republic list for today, but I was kind of running behind, so I just figured we're running the same list. Yep. You said you want something with thermal shield, though, too?
Yes, because... So, if anyone recalls the last Armada video, where I said, ooh, that raid token list, that won't be fun to watch now. It's going to be great, trust me.
Okay.
But no, it's because I have such an issue with it. I've thought up of a list that can help me, but both a generally good list that I would enjoy to run, and that could help me against it, so I want to test against the thermal shields list. So here we go.
You guys kind of know my list, so here you go, Tim. Go ahead, go over your list then.
Alright, so we've got this face down guy's General Draven. Didn't print him out, but basically what he says is at the start of the command phase, or end of the command phase, I think, I get to look at an entire command stack for one ship, and then he can then place 2 command tokens on himself. And whenever you reveal a matching command, I can slap a raid token on that ship, which is pretty nifty. We think we have it figured out. So anyways, but this is a province carrier, or sorry, yeah, they call it province carrier. And I have boarding troopers, which is one of my counters to thermal shields, and then engine techs, Captain Rex, flight commander, expand hangar bay, and auxiliary shield teams. Flight commander is just because I couldn't fit, I didn't have the necessary slot for extended comms, or whatever it's called. 2, I only have 1 Hammerhead Torpedo Corvette card for some reason, but 2 identical, almost identical Corvettes. Both have external racks. 1 has Jyn Erso, and 1 has Shriv, another counter to thermal shields for me. Just a 20-point GR75 with comms net, said. And then I have Fen Rao, Hera, Kanan, 3 Y-Wings, and 3 A-Wings. So a pretty solid lineup. If I did my math correctly, as long as I positioned everything properly, I can either activate every squadron, or every squadron will have rogue.
Oh, wow.
Oh, sorry, bump this.
So you'll have like everyone going all at once, basically.
Not necessarily all at once, but everything will be able to move and shoot. Because Fen Rao's ability is that if you activate him with a squadron command, he can also activate 2 more squadrons. Hera gives 2 squadrons rogue, and then Hera and Kanan themselves have rogue. With the Providence, as long as the Providence can activate Fen Rao, being able to activate 5 squadrons with that thing.
Oh, wow.
Because expanded hangar bays gives me 3.
Okay.
I should be able to hit all my squads, and it'll be a pretty solid time.
I have a feeling I will be able to take down no squadrons in this game.
Maybe. I do have 2 very chunky boys.
Right. My other 2 lists I want to bring is that Sloan list with interceptors, and it's going to be Tarkin with gladiators, and maybe a I can't think of it's the one with the bubbles on it. One of the
interdictor?
The interdictor.
Yeah. Bubbles.
Because I want to try to get a list together for Worlds as well. Like if we do try going, we might as well have a list now. Try to get good with it. And I'd rather take gladiators one last go. It'd be total trash, but I think it'd be fun to fly. It'd be fun to lower tables, I think.
I want to bring this just because I feel like anybody who relies too much on thermal shields gets bodied. Maybe.
Well,
this thing does hammer with a lot of dice.
I have to going into this. I have to try to stay far back from you as possible. Is what I have to do.
Possibly, yeah. And that's the thing. I did put engine techs on the Providence so I can give myself nav tokens from the GR75 to activate engine techs to go fast.
Okay.
Yep. So they'll all be able to move speed 3 up the table, and yeah.
Okay.
So you'll be away, but not for too long.
We'll set up our ships, and then we'll go into first turn.
All right.
Okay, so I set up first, so I kind of put my ships in a defensive screen over here, and then put my gunboats over here. They're gonna obviously have to speed up and come into the side, maybe smash into that fighter ball.
Oh yeah.
And that's kind of it. If you could,
my thought process was, hold on, I'm gonna straighten a few of these out. But my thought process was I couldn't deploy over there, but then I feel like that guy going faster, it would be easy enough for you to wheel around. If I just straight down the middle at you, A, it's a good limit test, and B, we get to deploy things faster.
Right.
You get less long range shots at me.
Right.
You have a lot of red dice.
Exactly.
I roll a lot of black dice.
And then
so.
we'll get in the thick of it. All right then. So this will be turn 1. Like I said, we're gonna try some different guys. So we're gonna go into the round, and Jens will be following us on the overhead.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's the end of round 1 moving. So kind of our fleets are just moving towards each other. I just kind of like all moved up, grew some shields on the far guy, put tokens on everybody else, got rid of one of the raid tokens luckily because
rid of both of them.
got rid of because of just my token shenanigans.
Yep.
And then the gunboats just add an extra click to turn in tighter, and they're just coming across. And then you kind of
Squadron balled.
yeah, just got squadron balled up.
Yeah.
And what you said, just basically move forward, huh?
Basically, yeah. Just putted forward a bit.
Okay.
Kind of trying to plan out how I want to position next turn, but
Right.
I think the turn after that's where it gets silly because that's
Yeah, I think
we're
that's where
fine.
this where we're gonna have some clashing.
Oh, yeah.
So all right, we're gonna go into round 2, guys. We'll be back. Okay, so that's the end of round 2. Our ships have clashed.
Oh, it's gonna be kind of schnutz.
There's more took. Yeah, more took went. Already moved. So basically, I took some damage on 2 of my Maleficents.
Yep.
We're just kind of in the thick of things. Tim's Ray shenanigans is working. One of my shots completely missed, which that happens.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of pushed up on Tim.
Yep. I just chugged on forward. That was about it. I've got some boarding parties ready.
Yep.
Rex is also. It's gonna be some shenanigans.
Yeah.
I think at the end of this round we'll go through step by step of what exactly happened.
Definitely. No.
Yeah, but
I think we gotta reset the camera again.
okay, that's not biggie.
But all right.
But yeah, the squadrons are doing some work. A-wings are high quality, just without bomber or black die. It's still
really good.
6 out of 8 chance of hitting. So
Oh yeah.
and then yeah,
Okay. We'll be right back, guys.
in there. I still have 2 more squadrons to do.
Okay, you want to do your squadrons? I'm just gonna start. So unfortunately, guys, the battery is dead in this one, and I had another one that's also dead, but it already overheated. So we're still working, baby steps. Only bad part about these damn GoPros, they get hot super fast when you have them constantly recording. So I just have to work on it. I lost more took.
Squadron plinked.
Yeah, squadron to death with like all like boarding trooper stuff. The only thing I've done is I did kill 1 hammerhead, and then I've done some damage.
Hero 2 damage to the back.
Okay, so well that's one. Okay, I am going to. Is anyone left?
Yeah, Kanan. But Kanan just raids you. That's it.
All right, we're gonna knock it down to 1,
And that'll get me a 4th victory point.
I will salvo back,
That is fair.
and I'm going to redirect.
That's fair.
So do I still take? Even though I took the damage, or you took the token for me doing damage?
Yeah, just any damage to the
Okay, so I'll move it to the side here,
Okay.
and then Hera. I said Hera's taking 3 damage.
Ooh. We will burn that to make it 2.
All right.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Actually, some of your squadrons have hurt a little bit.
You have, yeah.
All right.
And then.
Oh, so I'm put a shield on this. Take a shield off on this side over here.
Yep.
You do your thing.
Yeah, and then Kanan's doing his thing. 1 hit. Oh, make that a raid token.
Of what?
I don't know yet. We'll decide.
Okay. So yeah, so my thing kind of turned in. It's not looking too good. Let's see what happens here. We're going on to turn 4. I might be able to take the Providence down with me, but I think Tim's going to have this because he already has a pile of
That
tokens.
is 60 points.
Yep.
That already makes up for Jin and the
Yeah, this list definitely should not be a list going first thing for my guys.
Yeah, this is I think my list really thrives going either or.
Okay.
But yeah, for what's worth, so I squadron planked Martok to death, but while Jin didn't get to go, Shriv got to do his thing and remove thermal shields from him.
Yeah.
And then I did a silly thing. Well, not silly, because you have to spend boarding troopers whenever you reveal a command.
Yeah.
So I boarding troopered
All of my tokens.
Yeah. Burned your redirect because it says spend, so you can burn tokens with that. Just like what's her name?
Sloan?
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, right now I think I'm in a pretty good position. I might take some hits. It's a bummer Jin didn't get to fire off external Rex.
Yeah.
But oh well. Captain Rex is a pain in the ass because he's just right in the middle.
Yeah, I was able to at least get rid of one of the dudes. All right, we're going on to turn 4, like I said.
Yep.
We'll be back.
And then Hera, she's 28 points. She's more expensive than some ships. I think I'm just gonna run her away. I think that's just the smart move.
you should.
Yeah. All right, go ahead and play it.
So that's the end of round 4. I'm pretty sure. It's not looking good. I lost another Maleficent over here from I think a broadside, and then that's about it. I knocked a couple of fighters down to 1 hull piece, like Hera, and she's running away.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna lose another ship before this is over.
Possibly. I do have you in side arc for the.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just been a lot of farming tokens. Like, not to spoil the end, but I farmed 8 tokens with fighters.
I did get 2.
Yeah, this is it's pretty rough having the objective favor you. But yeah, no, this is going good.
You have how many hull left?
Oh,
A lot.
6 still, but no shields.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that transport is 20 points.
Yeah.
It is less than Hera.
Yep. Yeah, I got totally out deployed because of the mission, and then not having any fighter screen, which, I mean, I know not having one runs into it, and I wasn't able, with all the raid shenanigans, I wasn't able to
And
shoot down the Providence like I wanted to.
we'll discuss it later, but I don't think Rex has helped. Really good. With me flying straight into you with Rex.
No, Rex is really good for 5 points.
Yep.
For what it does. All right, we're going on to round 5. We'll be back. Yeah, because you're going to go that way.
Yep.
That's going to end it.
You know, DJ, that was a good game. I don't usually,
Yeah, it was. Well, now that you've, like, you see, if you can build a list to deal with thermals,
Yep.
then it doesn't become as scary.
Which just might be a me issue, but yeah, no, that was like the sole reason to kill that guy was because I took out thermals. The squadrons kind of plinked Martuk to death.
Well, yeah, like all the raid tokens, and then having Wolf being able to, or not Wolf, Rex, so you get the more than one raid token off. That really sucks.
That hurts, yeah. And having 2 assault boats is several bombers. Yeah, it's mean.
Yeah,
It hurts.
Well, like it gets around the like this. That's a hard counter. This list, because this whole shtick is to build shields up, limit your shots, and then shoot you coming in.
This will probably be what I run most of the time.
Okay.
But yeah, that's game.
Yeah. You handily. I did get 3 objective tokens near the end there.
If you cancel out your 3 with the other 3 I got, I got 120 points
of raid tokens.
Not raid tokens, but victory tokens. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, I guess with my fleet, I should probably go second in all reality for a lot of stuff. But then again, who knows? The raids and being able to get rid of stuff.
I was gonna say the issue is if you go second, if you win second, Jin is able to activate at that one point and do more shenanigans, get off.
Well, I think the other thing is too, your and I think it's the problem with Armada is some missions are easier to build towards, and other ones there's no good list to build for that mission.
Some missions are fun to have. The ones like with the space whales. Those are fun.
Yeah, it's more of a fun mission. It's not really like tactical. And I think that's the other problem. I think we need new objectives. I think everyone takes the same objectives all the time.
Either positions you never want to be on.
Yeah, either everyone's farming or everyone is playing some like little token shenanigans.
How about we cut and go to after battle?
Yeah, we can. I clean up. I don't know what's happening today. There's probably, I think it's cards or something happening today.
Well, we'll double check.
So we'll probably have to do a quick after battle, but we'll be back. That was the end of that. So you ended up winning. It's probably been like what?
We didn't even.
It was pretty high. It was pretty high.
120 points of tokens, which that alone covered all my losses.
The only thing that was still left at the end was my hard cell and my 2 gunboats. That was it. And those were really cheap. So it's like you got at least, I would say, like an 8 something. That was a good game.
I think it's my first win on this channel in at least quite some time.
No, I don't think. Well, against the thermals, like the only bad part is you had to build a list specifically to deal with thermals.
Yeah. Which I do get. Now, to be fair, I realize the squadrons alone might deal with them.
Yeah, but because you're doing all the damage going in every time. So.
But, you know, now one thing we did We didn't show because I had him set aside. For
You did 5 damage in one salvo.
Salvo, yeah. That was,
He did a salvo back and did like 5 damage.
that's some dice swinging.
Nothing I could do with that.
No.
And then basically because of Captain Rex really hurt once he was there, because then I couldn't get rid of the tokens. Like I couldn't get rid of one, even spending a die, which is really strong.
And it was a real shithead move to be like, oh, you're spending a concentrate fire dial to get rid of a concentrate fire token? Here's another one.
Well, even if I tokenized it, it was still a waste.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So it was one of those deals. Turning into a token still only count as one.
I guess, well, we've already discussed like the pros and cons of your list last video. Pros and cons of this, the Rebel list I brought. If I go second, boy oh boy, do I have some objectives that are just ass to go against.
Yeah, and I think that's what killed that list, because most of my objectives are just like basically kill each other kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it.
We will add like fighter ambush.
I don't think that you're going to get the points off me regardless. I think the problem was the raid stuff. That's what hurt my list, which is the raids. Oh, that's you. That's you.
You say that.
And that is overall, I built the list primarily. I think yes, there's tech to deal with thermal shields, including a couple upgrades, but overall it's designed to dole out raids, and that seemed very successful.
I think the only part of your list that the only thing that might be dangerous is you have, in order for the raid stuff for you really to kick off, you have to get point blank range.
Oh yeah.
I think that's probably your only thing, and then unfortunately I didn't have enough. Whenever I did fire at your Providence, I whiffed twice, shooting on dice, and then I think a couple other times I did very little damage.
I was down to 3.
Yeah, but I think other than that, like unless something has something to do with your fighter screen, I usually don't run a fighter screen. Now I took like a bunch of your squadrons down to 1 health, but I mean down to 1 health doesn't mean they're dead. You know what I mean?
So yeah, the overall. I guess the thing with raids, like previous fleets, like if you sprinkled in there, I don't think raids are that big of a deal to do. It's whenever the whole list is built around it, I feel like it.
Well, the problem is that there's only, I think Rebels are the only ones that can build a viable raid list.
Quite possibly, yeah.
Because droids, you can kind of try to do a raid list, but it doesn't work as well.
Dooku and the B2 rocket trooper upgrade, yeah, but that's about it for them.
Well, and unfortunately, your other guy who does stuff with raid gives you extra dice. There's no good way of putting raid on unless you're up close and personal.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel if you're building a list for that way, why even worry about it? I think reroll dice is better. You know what I mean?
Alright, yeah.
I don't know. Like I've tried doing a raid list with them with Empire. You really can't.
Yeah, because they've got. You only have the gauntlet fighters, and those are 20 points a piece.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then there's no way to capitalize on it.
Yep, because they don't have any avenues to do it. Rebels have. Oh, and you also have Iden Versio, but
Yeah, but like she only does.
she's only once, I think.
She only does it once and she goes away.
Yep. Rebels have Rex, good God. They have a whole admiral who revolves around it. They have Jin. They have 2 assault boats.
Yeah.
And what else? I think that's it. But still, that's a lot.
Well, yeah. The Rebels are definitely better with raid. I can kind of see why, because like they do turn off token shenanigans, and like I had a little bit of token shenanigans, which the first round helped a little bit, but then once Rex gets in range, it doesn't matter at that point. Like you're driving around with raid tokens on. You know what I mean? Probably the only way to get around it is if you have other sort of dice mechanics or like token mechanics, and even then it's going to be hard because you have the ability. You just by the way, here's a raid anyway. And
also with one carrier being able to push around 5 squadrons, 6 if you have a token.
Well, you build it to just do that. Other than that, he's pushing around 3 squadrons, I think, 3 or 4.
That baseline has 2 unless you put on expanded hangar base. But having Fenrir, I'll be able to, whenever he's activated, activate 2 more range 1.
Yeah.
Distance 1, whatever. Is huge.
Yeah.
And then Hera being able to give rogue to 2 squadrons is big. And then having Kanan also have rogue is all 3 of them combined.
Yeah, it's you can get a lot of your stuff activated. And I think that's what hurt is like by the time. I guess the only way probably to mess with your list is doing raids that you yourself. But if you're doing that, you're getting raided. You know what I mean? I'm not sure of a good way to counteract that list. Honestly, probably I tried doing. Well, I couldn't do distance because you got on me really, really fast. I think if you would go first, depending on the mission, I think that's what kills. I think that's what a good counter to your list is, maybe. Because in one of my missions that I picked for one of my other lists, it deals with all this ambush, hyperspace ambushes and stuff.
Which I think fighter ambush was in there.
Yeah. The only thing that we're both kind of figuring though, it seems like the same objectives are always taken, and I think whenever these guys go with all mass, I would like to see all brand new objectives.
Like how they made for Legion.
Yeah, brand new objectives, or like here's another objective pack of like 6 or 7 new objectives, or even go into certain events and say here's the objectives you can take, here's ones you can't take. You know what I mean? Which I get the premise, like the objective that you built for yours for should be benefiting you. You know what I mean?
Especially if you built to go second. Like there used to be a time where I would have 10-point mids to go second because
I built a whole list to go second. You know what I mean? So
the only thing I want to think about with this list is could I swap Providence for the Starhawk?
I don't know the points of the Starhawk.
140 versus 100.
You're dropping 40 points of squadrons.
Yeah, or one Hammerhead.
But then I guess, are you keeping the same admiral?
Yeah, I would have to. The Hammerhead would be as tanky without Krista, but I think it's something I might toy around with.
Okay.
The other nice thing about the Providence is the array of upgrades you can take. Having engine text in that thing really helps.
Yeah.
That's the
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to swing for
engine
27.
Engine techs that got you because you were at speed 2. You're at speed 3 with that.
Yep. That helped, I think, in the initial.
Yeah.
Because my plan was just after deployed, I was like, screw swinging and just.
Yeah.
Straight
I was
down.
trying to go slow enough to hit you with long range fire, but it didn't work.
I was too speedy. That thing.
We had.
engine text was pretty easy.
I should have put more towards the middle instead of the one side, and kind of like probably put both Yazanis on either end instead of having both on one side. Although they didn't do much in this game, mostly just spray aircraft.
In all honesty, if you deployed more towards the middle, I probably would have deployed off to a side to swing in. But yeah, it's hard to say.
I would have had a better chance of like swinging, counteracting you with that. But I think that was how we did it. You found something, a tech that works for you for thermal shields.
It helps. Again, I don't know if thermal shield is a universal issue for people. It has been for me, and that has really helped take care of it. Especially Shriv, just very simply being able to be like, no.
Yeah. Yep. No, definitely. And then what didn't help, I couldn't kill your capital ships fast enough to slow down your squadrons.
Yeah.
I think that's the other big thing. You having tech building your squadrons to still activate.
Providence is a chunky boy. Especially with auxiliary shield teams. 5-4-4. That's a chunky boy.
It's hard to push through that. Although I did knock it down to 3 hull.
Yes, that was. You know what? It's hard to say. You might have been able to kill it, but even if you had killed it, that then comes down to points.
I would hopefully have to. Well, I was getting a few points, and that's what I guess for my gunboats for 4, shooting in the back end, get points. But I don't know, that was a pretty good game other than that.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that. I might take that to a tournament. I probably will. Depends on if because I don't. Look, I love the Starhawk. It's pretty. It's shiny. I like it. Every other Rebel player will probably have a Starhawk at a tournament, especially if it's the last Worlds. I want to
Yeah,
make something funny.
Well, I'm thinking about bringing like say gladiators
Yeah.
and Tarkin. I think that would be a funny one.
We're here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah, I don't want to explain to get to the top tables.
That'd be cool.
But then again, do I bring CIS with like a Grievous build? You know, just giant balls of. That's kind of the bad part. Like, there's like 1 or 2 builds for CIS. You know.
I kind of want to go up against the Starhawk with that list.
Bring out.
Because sure, I might not be able to kill it, but good God, I won't be able to do anything once I'm in range. I just token the shit and it just sits there.
Well, if you're
Now,
facing,
you know, if you
if
set
you're
that, you need
9
to
times
know
out of 10, you're
that.
probably facing a farm.
Because it's a quick play.
If you're
Yeah.
facing one, so
That's true.
until you get up on them, they're going to be scoring tokens.
Alright.
I don't know. Well, maybe we'll try to do something. I need to, whenever I get home before I get some more stuff at the house. This video's been in the filming for a while. We just both been busy.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I'll pull my Salone list out and switch it out in my container. That way I have it.
Yeah, see if we,
Well,
Monday's late day.
yeah, my two lists are either Sloan or the Tarkin Raider build. I might build. I might go with the Tarkin Raider build first. Or actually, if both lists will fit in there, I'll bring both lists and just put it inside there. And because I haven't run Empire in a very long time, which we haven't played in a very long time.
Also, I appreciate the Gauntlet Fighter. I feel bad for some people who are, some Rebel players who like have never touched Empire and don't really have close friends with Empire, be like, how do I get Fen round now? Besides proxy, I mean.
Well, I mean, AMC really doesn't matter, or AMG doesn't really matter much now. But like, everyone is 3D printing off tokens now, or printing off squad boards. There's whole ships and bases getting 3D printed now.
Which honestly, like, if I want more vendors, that's how I'll do it.
Yeah.
But that's same thing with Warhammer. I think I told you, like, I could sell a whole army and rebuy it and make $100. I'm just.
Well, like I sold some of my
Never mind.
Armada stuff since the last video. And, you know, eBay still effing around with me. They're